Hi, Dr. Joe here to talk about a new article in Diabetes that I've just found in September 14, 2010. The Joslin Clinic in Boston has been giving out 50 years medals since 1972. These are medals given to people who have type 1 diabetes who live 50 years. There's been some follow-up on it now since some of the people involved had their blood checked and they found they had insulin production even though they're fully type 1 patients and had received the medals. Secondly, there has been a donation system by which people as they die can send their pancreas on for evaluation at the Joslin Clinic. And it shows a very active process of cell death, cell growth, immunologic activity, much like we wouldn't have expected from something we thought was over and done with. So this is very interesting. Altogether for me, because anybody who's read my book know that I have put out some information when I first learned this when I was an intern at William Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak, Michigan. That was when I saw my first patient. My first patient actually wasn't alive. She had died. She died in the emergency room, and I had pronounced her dead. An autopsy was ordered because she was only 37, but was an insulin-dependent diabetic. This was my occasion when I had an opportunity to meet with Jack Kevorkian. Jack Kevorkian was a pathologist at William Beaumont Hospital, and that afternoon when I walked in, he told me the cause of death. He said the cause of death was battery failure. She had one of the early pacemakers in, and actually when people had them placed before, initially, no one expected them to live long enough to get a new battery, so hers just stopped. He asked me another question about islet cells in type 1 people, and he said, how many islet cells do you think she might have in her body? I said, I know that for sure. There are none. She has type 1 diabetes. And he said, you're wrong. I'm going to take a specimen and come back tomorrow, and we'll look at the specimen from the pancreas and count the cells. I returned the following day, and lo and behold, there were a lot of beta cells in there. They had the usual staining. They were clearly it, and he had identified them for me, saying someday someone's going to find out why these cells survive, use them to good advantage to grow more beta cells, and perhaps other cells that we don't know about in the islet cell mass. And that was Jack Kevorkian's prophecy to me, which is coming true all over the place today as we use the GLP-1 agents to actually grow some of the beta cells intact. So as you think about this for some time for yourself, if you have type 1 diabetes, or you know about the situation, you realize everything's upside down in the world today, including diabetes 1.